Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to manage defects using TestPod. So in order to be able to create defects on TestPod, there are two means by which you can do that. First off, you can add defects through a test run or add ad hoc defects. Ad hoc defects are defects that are not particularly tied to a specific test case or test run. So we're going to look at the first approach before going on to the ad hoc approach. So from an existing test run, when you open a test run, so we're looking at a test run that contains a number of test cases. So we can go on to add a result to the test run. So for this test case, when I click on the test case from the list of test cases in the run, I can then click on the add results from the resulting slide over. So click on the add result button, then I can select the status of the run. If it's a failed run, so I can pick failed from the status. Now I can then start typing my defect. So a reason or a title for the defect can be put here. Let's say then if your defect does not exist, you can click on enter to create one for you automatically. You can also attach screenshots to further explain the reason for the failure. Now you're going to click on the add results button to submit your results. So you can see now that this test has one result and has one defect attached to it. You can click on the open button here to go to the defect directly. So that brings you to the defect management page, where you can then create ad hoc defects or update existing defects that you've created. So I'm going to be adding more details to the particular defect that I had created from the test run. So for the defect, you can add a description, you can add a severity level, is it high, low, or medium? So I can say it is high. Then I can specify the category for the defect. Is it a bug? Is it a feature request or a feedback? Or I can even go on to add a custom category if my desired category does not exist on the list. I'm going to select this as a bug. I can leave it as being open. Do I want to assign it to someone? Do I want to attach additional files so that I can add further illustrations to the defect? Once I'm satisfied, I can click on the update button to update the defect. So I can see now the defect information has been updated. Same way, I can click on the new defect button. So when I want to create maybe an ad hoc defect that is not necessarily related to a test case or a test run, I can click on the new defect button. And when I create this defect, I can also use it when attaching a defect to a test run. So I'm going to go on to create another defect right here. Go on to specify the severity and category yet again, like I did earlier on. It is open. I can assign it to a member of the team and upload attachment also as needed. So this defect has been created. I can then attach this defect to any test run when I'm carrying out my test run. So that's simple and easy to use defect management on TestPod.